when you talk about the NRL, the number of cameras involved, the special types of cameras and ultra slow-mo and drones, the incredible displays that happen within the stadium, and then all of the peripheral talk shows and media and journalism and advertisement. And they have hype reels before every major game where you have somebody come out and sort of say some sort of poem that's inspirational about these incredible athletes and sets up the game like they're gladiators going head to head. There's this enormous production around sport. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is that in this respect, sport is not a grassroots phenomenon in terms of marketing and in terms of consumption, okay? Sport is actually a major establishment phenomenon. And if you think right back to the Roman days and the gladiatorial ring, it was created by a Roman emperor who invested an enormous amount of resources into this because they knew it would be a fantastic way to create distraction for the population, and it would be a popular thing for the society at the time, and it certainly was, and that has continued. That model has continued on to this day. So the thing is that this is not a grassroots phenomenon. This I guess amplification of women's sport has come from a top-down strategy. And it's effective. It's become very, very effective.
The way you've just described the production of sport, it's like the sport itself is but one small component in that production. Do you know what I mean? The way you just described the production, everything that happens around, what's the game? The game is 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's 90 minutes plus extra time. So what you've described is hours and days and weeks and months of work and stuff around those 90 minutes.
I'll give you an example from a consumer perspective, okay? So I'm somebody that is a consumer of NRL, the rugby league in Australia. I follow the Canberra Raiders, okay? So what do I consume every week? First of all, I'm reading all of the sports articles in rugby league that are coming up on news websites. Second of all, I have become a member of lots of social media groups associated with the Canberra Raiders. So I get all the Canberra Raiders news. I watch all of the videos and the press conference, press releases by the Canberra Raiders during the week. So I'll watch little videos that are produced by the Raiders club themselves, interviews with Ricky Stewart, the coach. I'll read over all the comments online from various fans. I'll contribute to that. I'll then go on to Fox Sports during the week and I'll watch the NRL 360 shows. I'll occasionally watch The Fan and other peripheral shows that are discussing the actual game, different types of issues that are emerging week to week, predicting who's going to win this week or next week, following particular players. It is vast, okay? It's a vast web, vast network, vast industry, right? Just the NRL. And then, of course, there's watching the games, there's watching the highlights from the games, there's watching the debrief commentaries from the games, there's going back and actually watching little clips that I find, this and that. It layers up and up and up and up. And it's a vast amount that I'm consuming. So I'm not just consuming the Canberra Raiders play on Friday night at 6 o'clock in Auckland.
Yep.
I'm not just consuming that. I'm consuming this enormous consumer culture that is like this vast cloud that surrounds that one piece of the pie.
So that's really kind of illuminating it, because I mean what it's basically saying is for that organization, for the Canberra Raiders in the modern game, to be a viable, marketable, money-making machine that it is, right? it has to engage in all of this production.
Just as a case in point, in terms of how influential and powerful this marketing opportunity is, Ricky Stewart, the coach of the Canberra Raiders during the week, has come out and implored the ACT government to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in a new state-of-the-art stadium that has a roof and all of the accoutrements, and says that Canberra deserves this. Canberra needs this, and it would be an incredible shame if it doesn't. So we're talking about an NRL coach having the power and the influence over local government to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in new infrastructure that would further promote the game.
This is what happens in the United States, where the football teams are so rich, are so powerful, that they actually have these conflicts and blackmail state governments into building new stadiums for them, or at least subsidizing them. Or if they don't, they'll move states. This is not really a grassroots phenomenon. This is a phenomenon that is created, like you've said, from the establishment.